So this is my mother, and I will be attempting to do a closure sewing on her hair today. Very much excited, very much nervous, kind of don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing, so let's get right into it. So first things first, I need a base. So all I'm doing right now is just braiding down the sides of her hair and then just going around the perimeter. So on one side, I just do like a few braids, then I go to the other side, and then throughout the video, I just keep alternating back and forth from one side to the other side. This third braid that I am parting out, I'm parting it out so it can go around the perimeter of her head, just so I can be able to lay the tracks as low as I need to. Pull up in the ladder, me at the lens and a Prada, yeah. Couple brand new others, all of them fully don't matter, no. 0 to 104. Now, whatever I did on one side, I am doing on the other. So the same exact braids I did on one side, I am going to do it on this side that I'm braiding down now. So I just wanted to do a closure sewing because I've been seeing it like go around on TikTok and stuff like that, and I was interested in doing it, and I felt like I could do it. I was really nervous to do this hairstyle because, you know, I haven't done hair in a long time, and this is my first time braiding in like months, just because I did have an injury to my thumb. I had trigger thumb, so some movements were very painful to do. So that's why I haven't been doing hair for a while. I also wanted to do this hairstyle because I wanted to see if I would be able to do it, because I do want to try it on my own head, but sometimes I don't be trusting myself, and I hate that because I do hair, and I always go to a stylist and then it never turns out the way I want it. And I need to start to have faith in myself to know that I can do any hairstyle that I desire. With the hair, I am now just braiding down and around. I did kind of mess up on like the back part of the hair because for it to be flat and seamless, you need to pick up the previous braid that you were braiding and put it up into the next braid and then braid it down. For me, I was braiding the braid all the way down and then adding the previous braid in, and that made for very lumpy braids at the back, and I messed up on that part. So now you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So instead of picking the braid up and putting it into the braid, I just added it at the bottom, which made the braid bigger and bigger at the end tail of it, when it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to go up and then it's supposed to be like a seamless finish. So now I'm just continuing braiding down, and then this is where I pick up the braid and put it into the braid and then continue braiding down. That's how you're supposed to do it throughout the whole back, but I was not doing it like that. And as you can see, it's lumpy right now. And I'm noticing that, and I'm just like, ooh,
I don't think it's supposed to look like that. So I'm just showing you how it's like kind of lifting up from the braid and not really being flat. And right here you can also see like the braids are very lumpy. But I did go back and fix it and actually do it the way it's supposed to be, and this is how the braids turned out. And as you can see, it's much flatter than it was beforehand. Now all I did was take that braid, yeah, she got the inches, okay, and just crochet it into the other braid just so it can also lay flat with the rest of the braids. I also oiled her scalp. Always oil your client's scalp before you do anything else to it. So I got these bundles from Amazon. It's a 16, 18, and 20 inch with a 14-inch closure, I believe. I'm not gonna link the hair or anything just because it's not that great of hair, but you know, this is my first time, so it's okay. All I'm doing is this technique that I saw on YouTube for it to be like a glueless closure sewing. In the video, she was just sewing the side part of the closure down. I don't really know how to explain it, but just watch what I'm doing. But all I'm doing is just going through the braid and going through the holes of the closure and then sewing one side of the closure down, and then I'll go to the other side and sew that closure down just like the way I'm doing right now.
Pull up in the ladder, me at a Benz and a Prada, yeah. Couple brand new others, all of them full, it don't matter, no. 0 to 102.
When all that's done, this is how it looks. That closure was going nowhere. Nowhere. And then I just started sewing the tracks on the back braids. I was going underhand with sewing. I tried to go on overhand. It felt like the overhand would have been better for me because I'm a lefty, but I just liked the way underhand looked. Underhand looked more seamless and everything. So I just did that method throughout the whole head, and I knotted the thread like 2 to 3 times. I also did a rocking motion when pulling the thread just to make sure that it's secure.
Pull up in the ladder, me at a Benz and a Prada, yeah. Couple brand new others, all of
So for the tracks as well, I sewed through the tracks, and I also sewed like underneath the tracks just for more security. And I also put the tracks all the way up the sides of the hair just so it can lay more in the face. Another thing I did was the flip over method, where I did not cut the wefts at all. I just flipped it over and then kept on sewing. At this part it wasn't looking so flat, but I don't know, I kind of need help. Let me know what I can do differently. Let me know what I can do better. So I'm posting this video so you guys can see what I can do, and also to get help on how I can be better. Hopefully this video can help you, and you can also help me. And yeah, but this is how me sewing down the tracks came out. I felt like it was looking pretty good. It was given, okay? And then this is like the end result of me sewing all the tracks down. Then you're just gonna see the final results in 3, 2, 1, let's go!
You wanna be on top?
This is the end result. Please comment down below any tips and tricks I can use to make my work better, or anything I can do, and thank you so much for watching.